Content is king.
Content is king. King.
Hi, my name is Escobedo, and I help upskill organizations in content marketing and social selling. I'm also working on a book called Asian Growth Stories. So I will be presenting as well as moderating the B2B content marketing playbook session, so you can expect no fluff, real tips. So we'll be giving you an overview in terms of the B2B marketing funnel, because I think it's an important thing that a lot of marketers forget about. So we're going through that, as well as I'll be asking the participants for real tips from their experiences. So actually yesterday I was giving a lecture at university, and one of the students asked me, she said, "Do you ever have writer's block?" And I said, "Yes, of course." So I gave the example of when I used to write for Forbes, and I had to write 5 articles a month. And so what I would do is I would constantly poll my audience to find out, what are you struggling with? What are the biggest challenges you have? That formed the basis of all my articles. So it's their stories, their challenges. That's it. So the biggest mistake I see organizations make is creating content just for the sake of creating content, which means they have no strategy in place. So when it comes time to report to the management team, they're unable to do so because they don't know the right metrics to report before and after. So it's very, very difficult unless you have a solid content strategy in place. Any good content marketer does 2 things. The first thing they do is they really understand the audience. Now I know this seems like common sense, but you'd be surprised how many organizations don't know this. The second is they're able to empathize with their audience. If you do those 2 things effectively, things like topics and channels become so much easier because you put yourself in the audience's shoes. So offline definitely plays a valuable role in content marketing. So I'll give you an example. One of my friends works at a country club, so she heads up the marketing. And most of the members are over 60 years old. So she said that her most powerful tool when it comes to content marketing is actually a print magazine that they distribute to members every month. So if she was like every other marketer to chase that big shiny bell and said, let's go over Instagram or Snapchat, and she tried to push that to the members, they would be like, what are you talking about? So I think offline definitely plays a valuable role in content marketing. So for me, I always think of content as audience first. So I'm constantly asking questions in terms of what are your biggest challenges, what keeps you up at night. From there, I'll identify clusters, and that'll form the basis of the content I produce. So one of my favorite brands when it comes to content marketing in a local context is Frank by OCBC. So Frank by OCBC is their youth-oriented brand. And what I really like about them is that it's especially focused for that audience. So the colors they use, the tone, everything is very much focused for that audience. And they also bring in a lot of young professionals to do guest blogs as well. So it really has that kind of authentic tone of voice to it. See you at Content 360 Conference in Singapore.